Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and it is time for our end of season review, transfer special, and of course, we're going to be playing either the opening game of the season or probably a European game, considering where we surprisingly finished up last season. So we are going to head to our inbox, and no, that was not the first one before. Okay, so here we go. We have the whole overall best 11. So we have Bettinelli in goal. I would agree with that so far. Justin on the right hand side. I'll probably swap out for Kiko. De Weiss and Burke in central defence. Yep, that seems okay to me. Kingsley on the left. Now, that's a bit of an issue. Kingsley hasn't been too bad, but personally, I think although it's not Pater's main role, I would move him back to left back. That would mean up there, I would then have Mahi on Moha. Mahi towards the end of the season been a heck of a lot better than Moha. Central defence, Garner and Pearson. Can't really, considering the formation it's using, I can't complain with that. Shabani would be lovely to have behind Brewster right now. And Bowen on the right hand side. So it's about 90% accurate in my opinion, but we want our awards, and our awards are Fan Player of the Season is of course going to Ryan Brewster. Unfortunately missed out on that golden boot, but he did get our Fan Player of the Year, and he got 53% of the vote, and I'm not surprised. Jared Bowen with 23% and Ben Pearson with 15. Goal of the season was Noel. Hold on, was this his only goal of the season? He got 2 in the Carabao Cup and 1 in the Premier League. Okay, let's have a look at Noel's one and only Premier League goal that managed to make goal of the season. Apparently, these are very rare gems, but when he does score, they're brilliant. So, Stewart brings it up, walks through the Leeds defence, plays it through to Noel. Oh, that was a screamer. I don't know how I forgot about that goal, but that was a screamer by Noel. I will give him it. That was reasonable. Also, signing of the season goes to Ben Pearson. 6.56 from Preston, and I think we can all agree that is a reasonable signing. He's now valued at 16.5 million, and yeah, nice solid player in Ben. Young player of the season, of course, has to go to Ryan Brewster. He was the best youngster in the league, hands down. So, Hull 2020-2021 review. And we finished 7th in the league. We lost in the 6th round to Liverpool. That's not too bad, especially after the way Liverpool's treated us all season. Carabao Cup, we lost in the quarter-final to Everton. Now, that's a little bit disappointing. We could probably have gone to the semis, but I'll take it. With that overall finish, that was a nice season. Again, moment to forget that last game of the season against Liverpool. Yeah, we'll pretend that one didn't happen. Average attendance, we have nearly been selling the stadium out though. 97% average attendance. Joint 15th highest in players used. And our club vision for the upcoming season is... So, they want us to develop players using the youth system. That's not changed. Entertaining football, not changed. High tempo, not changed. Sign players 23 and under, not changed. Make the most of set pieces. Again, not changed. 5-year plan. Work within wage budget. That's reasonable. End of season. So fight against relegation. Ooh. So they want us to try and be competitive in Europe and fight bravely against relegation. We're not even expected to stay up. That is lovely. I'm going to accept that. I was tempted to move up maybe our league expectation, but we don't know how we're going to fare without Brewster, let's be honest. It's going to be a rough one. That is our squad dynamics. Of course, Bowen, Irvin and Weiss at the top. Irvin, I am probably going to look to move on during this transfer window, if not use him as a backup. Burke is going to be sticking around. Brewster's obviously going to be gone. Garner, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep him. Ollie did come and have a look at him, but when Ollie came, he had a terrible game, so we might get him back next season. Bettinelli, for me, Kiko and Pearson all in the highly influential, and yeah, a lot of these players will be hanging around, some will be going, but we will figure that out in a bit. We shall discuss our plans for next season with the lads. And what are our options? We're good enough to not be involved in a... Yeah, no, we're not. I'm pleased we are able to avoid relegation this season, and we're going to need to learn lessons from it. Not embroiled in similar battle next season. Look ahead to next season. I'm optimistic that we can avoid relegation. The season is finished now. It's time to focus on what lies around the corner. Now, I'm confident we can avoid it. Apparently the team aren't as confident as I. Ben, Reese, Bowen, Bettinelli, Kiko, Pearson and Mahi. I know I just said Ben twice, but they're all okay with it. Do you really think we're capable of surviving? I'm dubious and can't be the only one. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of you who seem to be dubious. They do realise we finished 7th in the league, right? All I can expect... yeah, hard work to avoid the drop. Okay, that's got everyone a bit more on side. It's now irritated them three and got them three meh. But overall, I respect those of you who have different opinions. I wasn't expecting that sort of overall reaction. But I respect those of you who don't agree. Yeah. Oh, did I just completely messed up the team talk. Whoopsies. But Peachum Issues Season Report. So here is our lovely, let's see who's been out the longest. Who's had the longest spell? Love it. Sir Henriksen, we're not going to be using him much. Max Sheep, he was out on loan anyway. Bettinelli was out for 7 weeks. He had 4 in... Jesus. So Mo has fallen apart. Brewster, sorry, isn't going to be around. Where is my coffee? Got to scratch throat, folks. So Brewster will not be around. Moha is probably going to go for a more backup role anyways. The worrying one is back. Now, we can't be having our centre-back constantly out, and our goalkeeper constantly be out. So we may be looking to strengthening those areas, but we need to see how much money we have. Whole squad has now gone on holiday, all annoyed at me. We're going to look at training camps now, folks. So we can go to the United States of America. We can go to Germany, Austria, South Africa, Scotland, Holland, Hong Kong, Singapore, and China. Now, last time we went to Switzerland, and, you know what? I want to go Asia. We are going to go on a holiday to Asia. Sorry, training camp to Asia. So we are going to Singapore. I want to go to Singapore. So we're taking the lads to Singapore. So, post-match analysis. Yeah, we're not going to analyse that match. It never happened. And Martinez has been given the top goal scorer award. Of course, he got 26 goals in 35 appearances. He was on fire. Everyone's defence was terrified, not just ours. And Brewster got 23. Wow, Callum Wilson got 23 goals this season as well. Jeez, are you up for sale? That's the real question. 2.5 million. It's the third highest goal scorer 2 seasons in. Yikes. And Martinez... 36 in all competitions. Jeez. Like I said, that man was on fire. But I will see you fine folks in the preseason in just a second. Alright folks, so we're back a little bit early. We're not quite in preseason yet, but of course I brought you back for the budget because you need to know how much our team is going to be spending this year in our transfer special. So we have 49 million and a nice wage budget of 950k. The board has also upgraded our youth and training facilities, which, the board has announced that they're going to upgrade our youth and training facilities. That's nice of them. That's 4.5 million. So that is not bad. That means our wage, we have 275 grand and 49 to work with. As you can see, we did make them 60 million profit, so they have pocketed a little bit of it, and I'm not surprised. It's the allowance. But that is our budget for the season, so I will be heading towards pre-season, where I'll meet you guys in a second. Okay, ladies and gents, so as we continue our journey towards pre-season, I thought I'd bring you back and see how much the directors are taking a cut of our lovely profits. So, due to continuing financial success, mainly down to me, not him, Hull City have announced bonus payments totaling 15.25 million, which will be paid to club directors. Our estimated turnover over the past year is approximately 152 million. So, the current financial fair play regulations. Yes, we don't need that, although made profit of 90 million, all hit with tax bill. So we've been taxed 14.5 million over the season, and here is our commercial summary. So we have a soft drinks partner for the next 5 years worth 2.6 million. We have a new sponsorship deal for new deals for 1.3 million per year. We have sponsorship going up from 4.88 to 5.17. Corporate and hospitality has gone from 1.28 to 2.21. Matchday commercial and retail, we've made over $1 million in sales compared to 757 last year. Competition prize money has gone to 27.37 million. That is a lot higher than the previous season, which was 67.5 thousand. So, broadcasting revenue made 90 million compared to 3 million last year. Merchandise, of course, Brewster being the highest sales. Don't know why, because everyone who's on loan and he weren't going to be sticking around. But Brewster made the most shirt sales, followed by Bowen. Bad news about Bowen. He's basically still pushing for a bigger club. So if someone comes in, I believe it's 36.5 million, then we're probably going to have to let him go. So, bad news on the Bowen front. Mahi and then Irvin and Garner. So the two big loanies managed to make it into the top 5 shirt sales. Bowen, of course, very loved by the club, but apparently he doesn't love the club as much as we love Bowen. So we are going to set our scouting, and we are probably going to raise it, to be honest. I don't see the point in just England at this point. So, senior package we shall rise. We don't want to go too crazy. Tell you what, we'll go Europe on our senior package, an extra 10 grand a month, and we shall go. Do we go big? Do we go big on the youngster? You know what? Now we'll go Europe. We'll go Europe for both to start with. It's a nice little starting block. Scout the whole of Europe. Then we can go for the world. Mwahaha. But we have Gaetan. And we, of course, are going to scout the Gaetan. eBay. Yes, we shall scout you too, my friend. Gumney. Analytics report. You shall get a report too. Yes on you, although you're a little bit on the older side. We'll just acknowledge that. We don't care about him. He's not very good. But we shall hopefully head to pre-season this time. Okay, so the transfer window is finally open, and we've got our first batch of freebie delights. So the idea was basically pad out the squad, because the squad was very compact in the sense of 4 of our starters were loanees. We don't really want to be depending on loanees. So I brought these gentlemen in on a free transfer. So first of all, we have Kylene Hinds. Kylene Hinds is a 23-year-old Jamaican, has 1 cap valued at 1 million, striker, very versatile, can play anywhere in attacking mid, very rounded stats, 2.5 star, 3 star, coming in to give us a little bit of depth up front. Not going to be jumping straight in the squad, but he was out on loan at Portsmouth and did a decent job down in League One. So that gives us a little bit more depth in striking. We then have Albertha Ellis. Now he is also 2.5 star. He has 4 star potential though. He is a right attacking mid. Now Honduras, 56 caps, 18 goals, 11 under 21s and 6 goals. Valued at 15 million. Not bad for a guy we got on a free transfer. So his career trajectory has been interesting. He's had 3 seasons in Honduras. He then went to Mexico for a season, went to the United States, where he was on loan at Houston. They then decided to buy him because they realised what a talent he was. He then got traded to Kansas City. He is now at us after scoring 15 goals in 32 appearances for Kansas. So not bad at all on his front. We then have Mussolini. Now, another free transfer from Ukraine. Hasn't played for the Ukrainian main team, but he has 8 under 21 caps and has scored a goal. So he isn't too bad. He's a 2.5 star, 3.5 star potential. Nice rounded ability once again, and he's just been sat in Ukraine. He had a lovely season, 7.31 average rating last season, 3 goals, 7 assists in 30 games. We then have our final one of these. Now, this guy, I had no idea. His stats were up in the air. So he is 1.5 star, and his potential is 2.5, potentially 3.5. As, like you, I haven't even clicked on these quite yet. He has 0 caps for both youth and normal teams in Argentina, but I doubt that's going to last too long. Decent little player. Just got him in for a bit of depth, and he's only 19 years old, so worst case, we will sell him on for a profit. As you can see, he's only had 1 team, 15 appearances, 1 goal, 4 assists, and a 7.11 rating. So not a bad little youngster. We then have the international roundup. So Jackson Irvine was playing for Australia, Norbert Below for Hungary. A couple of players we have failed to sell at the moment. West Ham are currently coming in for Jared Bowen. Yikes. Don't know if that's really the step up he's looking for, because they finished round about the same spot we did. Now, I need to remember what there we go. Asking price 36.5 million. So what we'll do, 36.5, non-negotiable, suggest terms. Are you going to give us it? Are you going to give us it? Yes. Great. So, folks, it looks like we're losing Jared Bowen to West Ham. He's getting his big money move to a much better squad, even though West Ham finished 8th. Let me remind you where we finished. 7th. Hold on, West Ham finished 4th. Why is it? Oh, it hasn't updated. Apologies. So he's getting his big move to West Ham to play in the Champions League. Congratulations, Jared Bowen. Don't worry, West Ham, they won't be there next season. We shall nab Jared Bowen straight back next season, I guess. But for now, it looks like he's going for 36 million to West Ham. That means we've got a nice little bit to play with. In other transfer news, though, I have been wheeling and dealing on the free transfers. So if we... No, that's the out. So I'm trying to bin off Elder. We're going to have to pay a bit of his contract, but I just want his wages off the budget. Then we have Tom Eves. Similar situation, just get his wages off the budget. But coming in, we have Elzabi. I believe I already showed you Elzabi. I'm looking to bring in Ijaria, who was on loan to West Ham from Liverpool. Had a lovely season, and I believe he played pretty well against us. He had a 7 average rating, 1 goal in 6 games. We're actually looking to go back to the 4-2-3-1, hence why I'm bringing him in. And as you can see, Jack Busland will be joining us next season. So Bettinelli is going to be our backup keeper. Messenholer will be dropping as our third choice. And as you all know, Jack Busland, decent little goalkeeper. History, if anyone doesn't remember, he's been at Birmingham for a little bit, went on loan to Chelmsford when they weren't using him, came back to Birmingham, I can't even speak today, he then went to Stoke for 3.5 million, went back on loan to Birmingham, went back to Stoke, went on loan to Barnsley, went on loan to Leeds, went back to Stoke, went to Derby on loan, went back to Stoke, and has been playing for Stoke quite a while. Went out on loan last season to Norwich, did concede 48 goals in 38 games, but he had an average of 7 and 3 players of the matches, 16 clean sheets. Although, I believe that's more down to Norwich's defence than his ability as a goalkeeper, so hopefully he'll have a better time with us next season. So I will be advancing a little bit further forward. I will bring you guys back when we have a little bit more on the transfer news. Alright, so there hasn't been much news on the transfer front other than Jared Bowen did actually reject his contract offer from West Ham. So he looks to be sticking around for just that little bit longer. But we do have a board request to go to, so we shall go to the board meeting. They want to talk about wage budgets for the scouts, apparently. we would like to gauge your opinion on whether, yeah, I think we could benefit from that. And I really chose a terrible time to do this segment, clearly, because sirens are whizzing by. But we also have our fixture list, so the whole 2021-2022 Premier League fixture list. We shall be starting the season at home to Burnley. We will then be travelling to Southampton, then Manchester City, West Ham at home, and then Norwich away. I mean, we've had tougher starts, I guess. What is the back end of the season looking like? That is, ooh, and we have our Euro Cup qualifying in the middle of there, so I can see us doing probably Burnley, because it's the opening game of the season in today's video. And then the Cup, I think what we'll do is we'll do Manchester City and the second leg. Or maybe we'll do a double leg. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on that one yet. But we came here for the back end of the season, and the back end looks lovely. We've got Aston Villa and Norwich, so if we're having a rough time, we do have them two to fall back on. We've also got Fulham. Fulham did just come up. Fulham, West Brom, and I can't remember who the third one is. I believe it might have been Watford coming back up. I'm not sure. Let's have a little look at this league table. Yes, Fulham, West Brom, Watford. Something like that. Something like that indeed. But Hull have received 86 million in TV rights for the upcoming season and our season expectations. So we are expected to reach the first knockout round as a minimum in the Euro Cup, attempt to avoid relegation, and FA Cup. We how much more do I get if I push that up? 48, 56. So an extra 8 million plus a little bit of wage. You know what? We're going to go for avoid relegation. Forget attempting to avoid it. We are going to avoid it. We then have the FA Cup 4th round and the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. So that is that. Social media, yes, we'll accept the changes. We, of course, are going to take our under-23 league invitation. Under-18s has been already accepted on our behalf. And that is the roundup of this news. Hopefully next time you fine folks see me, we will be in Singapore. Guess who's back again. Oh, hello. We are, of course, here in Singapore, and this is my lovely hotel room. Most of the players have actually gone back, but since the assistant manager is taking care of all our friendly business, we thought we'd hang around here for a little bit. So let's catch up with a little bit of transfer news, and I will see you there in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, so as you can see, we have been rather busy in the transfer market since I last spoke to you, and particularly this guy. I don't know how we managed to get him, but we've got him back for yet another season. So our nearly 30 goal striker is going to be here for the season. So let's go through our other transfers. I shall just slide myself out the way so you can see most of the names. But first of all, we have no, you know what? No, Brewster. He deserves the respect of us showing him first. So, of course, on loan from Liverpool for striker, we know he's getting to that 5-star. Don't grey it out. He's getting to the 5. Of course, he was here last season, got 23 goals, 4 assists, 6 player of the matches, and a 7.31 average rating. Brewster here for 3 consecutive seasons. Now, hopefully, he can improve on last season. On top of that, we then made another signing from Liverpool. He's not on loan. He's here permanently. Came on a free transfer, was on loan to West Ham last season. 6 games, 1 goal. We went over that briefly previously, but his current star rating is 3. Potential to go to 4. Weirdly, he's not our starting player. He's going to be our backup, sitting on the bench. Starting for us in his place, I believe, is Gaetano. And Gaetano is 3.5 star, 4, potentially 5, is an Italian 21-year-old, 11 under 21 caps, 2 under 21 goals, and he's had quite the history. So he's been at Napoli for a long time. Didn't play for a good bit of it. Played for 2 seasons back in 2 games in 18-19. Then 19-20, played 31 and scored 7. Then played 36 games on loan last season. We have then on top of them, Akima. Akima comes in from Barcelona's B team. He has no youth caps, has no Spanish caps. He is a 2.5 rated and potentially free. Now, I thought he was going to be a bit better than that, I'll be honest. He is now out on loan. I can't remember where he went. Did it actually say on here? No, it does not. I am currently trying to send him out on loan. Let's just quickly... Transfers? Yeah. Girona was really after him when we purchased him, so they're looking to bring him on loan. We then have... Yes, I went through all of them. Okay. So we then have Dragomir. Dragomir is a Romanian, 22 years old, 9 caps for them, 4 under 21 caps, currently 3.5 star, potential to be 3.5 star. So solid little central midfielder, nothing special, but he fulfills a role that we needed. He has been in Italy the past 3 seasons after Perugia got him on a free transfer from Arsenal, who bought him for 73,000. So they made a little bit of a loss on him. But nice little bit of depth in central midfield. We then have the massive signing from River, which is Palacios. Palacios, 22 years old, Argentinian, 2 caps for Argentina, 5 under 20 caps, 2 goals in those under 20 caps, 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential. He is a playmaker, as you can see, and he's been pretty darn good. So average rating of over 7 in the past 2 seasons. Scored 3 from 19, 5 assists and 3 player of the matches 2 seasons ago. Last season, 4 goals in 11 and 1 assist. He was an expensive one, but I feel like he's going to be worth it in the long run. We then have Vigare. Now, kind of didn't need him. It was more of an improvement on Freeman, but with the injury we now have to Kiko. Yes, we now have yet another injury to Kiko. Vigare is very much needed. So he's 3-star potential, very much like Kiko, just a solid little right back. No caps, unfortunately, for either Spain's main team or under 21s, but he's been playing a lot for Zaragoza in the 2nd division of Spain. Got an average rating of 7 last season, 33 appearances, 1 goal, 5 assists, and 5 player of the matches. Previous season, 36, 3 goals, 5 assists, 2 player of the matches, 7.03. So he's a solid player, at least in the 2nd division, and he has had some time in the 1st division with Alvarez, who he came from a free transfer on. And then we have Realwald. Now, I'm not playing him in his proper position. He is a defensive mid. Now, he is natural in central centre-back and as left-back. Left-back is what we needed. Couldn't really find anyone up to standard, but considering his adaptability, I like the fact that he can play in this central role, but we're going to be mainly using him as a left-back. So he has 3 caps for Holland, Netherlands, however you want to pronounce it. 24 years old. He's a 3-star, 4-star potential, left-footed defensive midfielder as a description. However, he's a left-back for us. He's going to be a wing-back, in fact, when he plays for us. He has been at Crystal Palace for the past 4 seasons after signing for $7.5 million from Ajax. He's had a little bit of Premier League experience previously. Played a nice solid season last season in the Championship, where he played 41 games. So that is a roundup of our transfers so far. I'm going to let the assistant manager deal with this Bridlington game, and I will see you fine folks in the first game of the season. Okay, ladies and gents, so before we get into today's game, we've actually got 3 more transfers to deal with, and of course we've got the Euro Cup draw. So I thought I'd bring you back for the Cup draw, and whilst you are here I will show you the transfers. And it's going to get a little wild. So first of all we have Pavlovic. I'm not going to try his first name. He's a 3.5 star, potentially 4.5 star Serbian. He has 2 caps, 21 under 21 caps, 20 years old, central defender. He's going to be coming straight into the team. He is from Partizan. Now, a little bit of interesting news. He was wanted by quite a few clubs, so if I quickly go through them, there was major interest from Bayern Munich, Inter Milan and Napoli. There was also minor interest from Atletico Madrid, Liverpool and Juventus. I was going to say Zebra, but Juventus. So, a very much liked youngster and a bit of a steal at 3.7 million. On top of him, we then also got Katic, also a centre-back. He can play on the left naturally, also pretty decent on the right-hand side. 3-star, 3.5 star potential. He comes in as a 24-year-old Bosnian, 11 caps, and he's been playing in Scotland. So as you can see, he's been at Rangers for the past 3 seasons. They bought him for 2 million. Been a solid player last season, 7 average rating, 27 appearances. And nice little addition to our centre-back. So them two going forward is going to be our centre-back partnership. Now, that does mean our captain Weiss has had to step down because I don't like having a captain who isn't going to be playing. Berk is also going to be on our bench. And we have Joel Pereira. Now, this is a goalkeeper I was looking at last season when I brought in Bettinelli and Messenholer. He's 3-star, currently 3.5 potential. 25 years old, Portuguese, 10 under 21 caps, decent little goalkeeper, was at Manchester United, snapped him up on a free transfer, and I thought that was a nice little bit of business. So he's coming in as our third choice keeper. That does mean, if I just quickly go back, Messenholer is now going out on loan. So as you can see on the right hand side, plenty of people are going out on loan. The usual Eves, Mannion, Salam, Jones, Fleming, all these youngsters going out on loan. We do have a free transfer of Magnus and Henriksen, got them off the wage bill. Stewart did go for 1.9 million earlier on. Elder, 210 again, just getting wages off the budget. Lopez, sent him out on loan to develop. Kingsley, Portsmouth are having a bit of fun. The lone Lopez, Elder and Kingsley they decide to buy. So apparently they really needed 2 left backs down in Portsmouth. Batty is out on loan to Blackpool for his development. Hinds, who we brought in, out on loan to Oxford for his development. Toral, another one off the wage budget. Below, again, we have plenty of wingers, so sent him out to develop in Bursaspor. We then have Lewis Porter, again, Portsmouth, out on loan. Carew, on loan to Boston. Plenty of players out here on loan. Mussolin, brought him in, back to Ukraine on loan. Matt Ingram on loan, although, to be honest, I'm going to let his contract probably expire. Honeyman, again, out on loan to Oxford. We don't need him. Hoban, MK Dons. Akima, out to develop in Zaragoza. And Rapid Vienna wanted Kobold, so we sent him out on loan there. So that is our transfers. That means our squad is looking rather full. Hence all the loans going out. So we have Jack Butland, Vigare, Pavlovic, Katic and Riedwald as our starting back line. Dragomir and Palacios in central midfield. Gaetano is going to be in that attacking mid-centre. Ellis, for the moment, is going to be on the right-hand side with Bowen on the left and Brewster up front. Our bench will be Bettinelli, Firmino, Burke, Weiss. Although Weiss I am here and there about. I may swap it. In fact, no, that bench is slightly wrong. Ideally, what we would do is take Firmino out of that equation for the moment. We shall take Weiss out because we don't really need him. We'll go with Guimarães and Burke. Then Pearson can go there. We'll have a backup of Ajira going in. Actually, no, wait. Oh, this is because I've got on full roster. My apologies. The full roster is this, and all the substitutes are our second line, with Freeman and Messenholer being the extra depth to make it up to a 25-man roster. our Premier League. Now the bench is Bettinelli, Burke, Guimarães, Pearson, Mahi, Ajaria and El Zabi. That means for cup games we will then be using the other way around. So all them who are on the bench and in the reserves go into the first team, and our secondary team is looking very much like our team from last year. So there is Mahi instead of Bowen, Mo Harry's on the left hand side, Ajaria instead of Pearson, but Pearson stays in. Irvin was starting last year, Alzabi instead of Brewster. It's a very solid secondary team in my opinion, and we've done very good to grow a bit of depth. But we aren't here for our transfers, those only 3 little ones. The important thing is our 4th qualifying round of the Euro Cup 2 and who we get in this. So let's have a little look. First team out. We have Broadby IF or Desna will play Anderlecht or Ostrava. We then have, not going to even attempt that. Let's just go through and okay, so we've got a home tie to begin, although it's 2 legs, so I don't know if I'm happy about getting the home leg first. But we've got Dilla or Fun. Not sure how good Dilla or Fun are. Dilla is a 2-star rated team. Do they have any big names? Highest value 250k. They should be a nice little walkover if we get them. We then have Fun. 3-star team, probably the favourites to win that leg. Again, maximum value 1.7 million. We should be able to get past either of those teams. And yes, that is the draw. We got Dilla or Fun. But let's get into this game. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to the opening game of the season here in the giant Tangerine, otherwise known as the KCOM Stadium. And those observant of you have noticed there is one more addition to this squad. Also, there's a little bit of a knock to Jared Bowen, hence he is not in the lineup today. But the addition is, of course, Diabate. He comes in on loan from Leicester. 2.5 star, potentially a 3.5 star. Nice little addition. He can play on both sides. Currently, we require him to play on the left, considering Bowen is not going to be over there. He has been at Leicester for a while, but not really played. So he played for 15 games across those 2 seasons, went out on loan for a couple, came back to Leicester, did nothing last season, and now he's with us. Hopefully, he can be a good little addition and give us that just bit more depth on the wings. So our team for today will be Butland in goal. Riederwald on the left-hand side of defence. We have Katic and Pavlovic in central defence. We have Vigare on the right-hand side. Dragomir and Palacios in central midfield. Gaetano in central attacking mid, Diabate on the left, Ellis on the right, and Brewster up front. Our bench consists of Bettinelli, Burke, Guimarães, Pearson, Mahi, Iria. I really want to just rename him Diarrhea, and Al Zabi. They're going for a good old 4-4-2, the classic formation. They of course have Danny Welbeck and Appiah up front, and Nicholas Pope in goal. But Carlos thinks we should tell the team to do it for the fans, and you know what? It's the opening day of the season. Assertively, go out there and... now, I kind of want to say fans, but I just want to tell them, no, go out and win. Win! Win, my friends! Win! Of course, we are going for a Gegenpress, a 4-1... I think it's 4-1-3-1? No, 4-2-3-1. There we go. I'm getting mixed up with our secondary formation, the 4-1-4-1. Will you look to attack here? My preference is to play on the front foot. You've chosen to leave Pereira out of the starting 11. That is because he's a backup keeper, my friend. He's our third choice, in fact. Let's just say he's been rested just to stop any problems. No. He's a little bit short of match sharpness. Yeah, match sharpness. We've left Kiko out. Is this due to recent injury problems? It's just been rested for most of the season. Palacios fit enough to last the full duration of the match. I've been told he's fit enough to play, and if he's not, we'll bring him off. We have Pearson on the bench. He's an adequate replacement. But let's get into the game. We are, of course, taking a positive approach in today's game. I'm not going to leave my drink there, because otherwise I will knock it all over my keyboard. Vigore has given the ball away. Not a good way to introduce himself to the home fans. Dragomir plays it up to Brewster, though. We know how good Brewster is. He is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's a lovely goal by Brewster. Brian Brewster, first goal of the season, assisted by Vlad Dragomir. And it was a nice little ball. He was crowded out by two players. Plays it up to Brewster, who just runs through the defence. Pretty simple stuff. And we are getting the season off to a flying start. And they are in possession. They're trying to come down this right-hand side. Romero, Cork. Cork plays it up to Danny Welbeck. Can he get on the end of it? He does. He has help in the middle. Headed away by Pavlovic, only as far as Gunderson. Dragomir kicks it away. It is Brewster in the centre circle. Gets past one. Can he get past two more? Gets past Tarkowski. No. It is a slide tackle by Tarkowski. And we have the ball back with Vigare, who plays it all the way back to Butland. And Butland safely plays it to Katic. Katic to Reedweld to Dragomir. Dragomir is coming up. Nice ball over the top by Dragomir. Brewster on the end of it. Can he get a second goal? Oh, it's a second by Rian Brewster. Again, assisted by Vlad Dragomir. And it looks like those two are linking up rather well. I fear that Liverpool might come in for Dragomir next season, as well as taking Brewster back. Because these two seem to have already developed such a lovely partnership. But that is us 2-0 up, and we're second in the league. Only Manchester City, who I'm assuming are 4-0 up in their game, considering they have a 4-goal difference. I wouldn't assume that they've scored 5 and conceded 1 already. Taylor whips one in. Apea. Good. Oh, good save by Butland. Good one, Jackie. Jackie gets it up. Cork intercepts the pass. Apea back to Cork. Nice ball through to Apea. One-on-one with the keeper. Lovely save by Jack Butland. Nice one, my friend. Butters is doing well. Pavlovic heads it away. Dragomir plays it all the way up to Rian Brewster. Rian Brewster comes inside, past one. Can he get past a second? Oh, lovely tackle by Taylor. Taylor plays it up. Welbeck on the halfway line. Counter-attack is on for Burnley. Burnley, it's in. Pavlovic heads it away though. That is good news for us. And let's see who Man City is destroying right now. Okay, they've already destroyed them. It was Brighton and Hove Albion who suffered at Manchester City. And Welbeck on the ball once more. No, Katic gets to it. Butland, lovely defence. Plays it away. Taylor to Romero. Not going to attempt that guy's name. It's given away to Pavlovic. Dragomir, nice ball over the top to Brewster once more. We could have had 3. Ellis, unlucky, my friend. Like I said, those two are linking up brilliantly, and I'm scared Liverpool are going to try and take our central midfielder off us now. But we have a season of this at least. Again, I am absolutely bewildered why Liverpool don't want to take Brewster into their lineup. He did make the dream team. So, yeah. Liverpool's got too many strikers apparently. That they can't make room for a youngster like Brewster, who was the second highest goal scorer in the league. Dragomir walks through the defence and Pope with a lovely save. Dragomir has been excellent today. Him and Brewster. Dragomir to Diabate. I think that's the first touch we've seen Diabate have. Plays it across to Ellis. Ellis has help on this right hand side. Ellis whips one in, headed away. Taylor. Oh, it's picked up by Brewster, but he hit the post. He's such a brilliant striker, and yet he can't finish that. but we can't be too disappointed. It is 2-0 going into half-time. Brewster with goals on the 10th and 13th minute. We've had 11 shots, they've had 7. 6 on target apiece. 9 total fouls to their 5. 0 yellow cards to their 1. 63% possession to their 37. Our best performance has been Vlad Dragomir with his 2 assists and an 8.7 as a result. Best performance for them is Jack Cork with a 6.6 kilometres distance covered and a 6.9 rating. Struggling to perform for them is Gundmarsson. I'm not going to try and say the rest of his name because I will be here all week. 43% passing completion ratio, getting him a 6.2. Struggling for us is Diabate. 6 passes complete and a 6.5. I don't think Diabate's really done much wrong, it's more he hasn't had much to do. Latest scores are Bournemouth 0, Leicester 0, Norwich 1, West Ham 1, Tottenham 0, Aston Villa 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Chelsea 0. So, what does Carlos think? He thinks we should tell the boys they have done well and their efforts were excellent. You know what? I'm very happy with things going. Keep it up, lads. Now, I don't know why the team didn't think we could stay up this year. Clearly, we are a Premier League team. I don't know where their pessimism came from, but we are going to get it out of them. That is for certain. And we are coming up to the 65th minute. And as you... Oh, no, we have a highlight. After this highlight, we shall have, you guessed it, substitution time. But Romero plays it back. It's given away once more. Vigore has won the ball. He's given it away now. Vigore's got it back once more. Palacios. Nice ball over the top to Brewster. Brewster, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper once more. Lovely Pope. Lovely Pope? Yeah. Lovely Pope by save. No. Lovely save by Nicholas Pope. And we are going to make some substitutions. So Katic is on a yellow card. I can probably risk him, to be honest. Diabate is having a rough one, so we shall bring on Mahi for Diabate. We shall then make him an inside forward on attack. We can then, I guess, we look at development for our players. Because, right, who is lacking the sharpness? So, our left back is lacking a bit of sharpness. He could come in at centre. How good are you at centre back? You're a yellow. And you at centre back. Okay, so what we will do is this. We shall move our Swiss Army knife into there. We'll put you at left back. That gets our yellow card off and allows us to bring a youngster on who we can try and develop a bit more. We can then look to get a bit more sharpness into another player. Now, do we go for Burke or Egeria? I think Egeria, possibly? How good? You're on 79 right now. You're on... No, you know what, Pavlovic? You can have a rest. We're going to bring on Burke, and that is our triple substitution, folks. We're going to make them all near the back, for the most part. 2 in defence and 1 on the wing. So, who is taking the corner? I don't know. Gaetano. Which one in? Palacios can't get onto it. Taylor kicks it away, and that's the end of that one. And Danny Welbeck has taken a knock. He is off with an injury. Gaetano takes the corner once more. I did not set up my set piece takers. That is something I'll have to do before the next episode. But it looks like we are comfortably going to win our opening game. Nicholas Pope plays it up. Only as far as the child. Plays it down to Taylor. Nice ball over the top. Can King get onto it? No. Oh, Mahi. Don't know why he stopped. But he's tackled. Tarkowski. Mahi. Oh, Mahi. You did the hard work. And then you do that. But Butland short to Burke. Burke plays it up to Dragomir. Dragomir, again, had a lovely game. Can he get another assist? No. Oh, Brewster's got it back. Brewster. Oh, it's come back again. Brewster once more plays across to Mahi. Doesn't get to him, though. Dragomir still has the ball. Plays it to Palacios. Palacios to Ellis. Ellis plays it to Vigare. And I guess that's that. we have 4 minutes of additional time, and it looks like they're going to disappear. And they have. So, 19 shots to 11 shots. 9 on target to 7 on target. 15 total fouls to their 6. 2 yellow cards to 2 yellow cards. 62% possession to 38. Our best performance was Ryan Brewster, got 2 goals and a 9.1 rating. James Tarkowski with 4 key passes and 7.2, and struggling to perform was Diabate with a 6.5 and Gunmunderson with a 6.1 and 44% passing completion ratio. Now, of course, we had a lot of debuts and other things going on, so feel free to slow it down if you wish to go through the milestones. But I'm going to head to the dressing room, and Carlos thinks we should tell the boys their effort was excellent. And I agree, Carlos. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. That has put us in a lovely position to start the league. Moyes responds to transfer talks. What does Moyes have to say? So David Moyes opens up about his reaction to the match. Can I talk about linking you with Freeman? I won't be discussing any transfer stories. Moyes, you're loaning Freeman. I don't care if I have to pay his wages. You're loaning Freeman. I don't care. He has to go. Messenhola, of course, here he's got a couple of loan offers himself. We have Freeman unregistered, Preston, i.e. David Moyes, has offered for Freeman on loan, and the rest of these guys will be sitting in the team. But that is it for today's episode. I think we shall be coming back for the cup game. So, is that a home game or away game? I believe it's supposed to be a home game for the first one. In which case, what we're going to do is not have any gaps for a while. So we're going to do Southampton and the first European round game. And then in the next episode, we'll do Manchester City and the second round game. That means the following episode, I'm not quite sure where the Euro Cup's going to fall, but we'll stay in touch with the Euro Cup after them 2 episodes. But for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.